Wow, it was great doing X. And welcome to the final episode of 2017 Things Podcast. I am.
You want to take that from the top one more time?
Should I? Do you think I should do that?
Go for it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, konnichiwa, everybody, and all the morts out there. Welcome to the Phoenix Podcast, the final episode.
Should have just stayed with the original one.
You think I should have done that?
No, it's fine. It works.
Okay. Well, thank God the head of public relations isn't here. I am extremely energized this week. Don't ask me why, I just am. I'm one of your three hosts. My name is Anastasia Beaverhousing. I'm joined by Chris.
Hey, yo. I don't know what the fuck your name was. Just what?
It's from Will and Grace, Anastasia Beaverhousing.
Oh, man, I don't have time for this NBC bullshit.
And we are joined by Fatness Everdeen of the Peace and Vegan Blessings. Drew!
Yo.
That was, Mike, do you just, oh, God. Really?
I told you, I think a wisdom tooth is coming in. I've been out of it for the past 2 days.
He's got a toothless acus.
And that's what, so you've been angry because you haven't been eating a lot.
Oof. I don't have time for your bullshit.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can shoot us an email at feedback@thephoenixpodcast.com. Or as Chris would say, you can leave us a voicemail at 678-753-5144. That's 678-753-5144. You can leave us iTunes reviews, and you can now check us out on the Spotify's. You can check us out. Yep, on the Spotify's. Go there. All the girls are there. You can join up with us in our Facebook group. And before we start the show, and that's under the Phoenix Podcast Facebook group, I want to give a congratulations to a friend of mine for 12 years that I've known. He's literally family to me. Roller, congratulations on your wedding.
Hey, congratulations there, Roller, on your nuptials. You can't drive in GTA worth a damn. So I hope you're a better husband than you are a driver.
But he's a good soldier because in PUBG,
Airman.
Well, I'm talking about in PUBG, not literally. Oh. But because you let me die and Roller came out and died with me.
We're not going to get into this story, Fat Man.
Yes, we are. Thank you, Roller. Congratulations. You're appreciated in the real world and in the PUBG world, unlike Phoenix.
Well, Chris, you know the real story. We've talked.
That's
where we're going to leave it.
Whatever.
Because,
oh God, listen, this is like the OJ trial all over again. I really don't have time for this Punani Underground fucking debate you guys got going on every fucking day.
We could have gave a quick 5 minutes to it anyway.
No, ma'am, Pam, that's what we won't do.
Why not?
On this good
a quick 5 minutes to what?
Well, to discuss your Punani Jam PUBG. Well, my Punani Jam.
Yeah, Chris isn't paying $30 for a beta.
Yeah, anyway.
I know that.
Chicken dinner. You did well in feeding half of Moscow. The end.
Yes, I did get chicken dinners. I am a PUBG elite.
Okay. This is kind of a surprise because this kind of came out of nowhere earlier today. And I think I meant to call Chris today, but I got busy down at work, and
I wish you called me. I was sitting around doing fuck all.
Well, you're gonna, so basically what happened today, I was on Twitter, and I just started noticing a bunch of things in the gaming community, and it got me annoyed to the point where it was like, why do I even podcast about video games? But then the more I thought about it, I think we just don't podcast about video games. I mean, that's how we all met, granted. But listen to other podcasters and look at Twitter, it becomes more apparent that I have a respect for the gaming community. I have a respect for the people who make the games. And I know people who make some of these games, which is more of a reason why I respect them, because they do sacrifice a lot of their time to do things. I mean, to make games that are our hobbies. You know what I mean? Like, it's anyway. Let me just get to the point because I'm rambling. I'm seeing people who, because Polygon gave PUBG a 10 out of 10, and everybody is all up in arms about it. And mind you, I get it. I understand why people are mad. But in the landscape of things that are happening in life, this is what we choose to get pissed off about. It's perplexing to me because we have a whole asshole in office down on 1600 Penn Avenue, and we're getting mad over Polygon giving a game a 10 out of 10. I understand it, and for me, and I'm not talking about anybody specifically, so I don't want anyone to like, oh, guess what they were talking about. No, I'm not. For me, who give games reviews serious anyway, I think people who review games as far as like IGN, I think they're a joke. I think that gaming journalism is not journalism at all. I think that that's a joke. I personally think if you trust someone that have reviews, be it YouTube, be it Twitch, be it IGN, whoever, and you trust that person and you click with that person as far as how you see games, go with that person. I just don't understand the point of people bitching and complaining about Polygon when why are you taking Polygon serious to begin with? So that's my small rant.
That's what I was going to start from, but thank you.
And I guess my other rant will go when we get to one of our categories. But yeah, that's it. So let's go down the list. We have 8 different things to get done, and let's start down with the list. We did not do a podcast on the acquisition that Disney made of Fox. Chris, this means a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see Mickey Mouse and fucking everything. I was thinking about when The Gifted comes back in about a week or 2 weeks, whenever it comes back. Will Daffy Duck make his first appearance in a Fox program?
You mean Donald Duck?
What'd I say?
Daffy.
I don't know anything. Listen, they're all bottomless ducks. Okay?
Well,
these motherfuckers don't wear pants. It's weird. Mickey Mouse, however, wears pants. No shirt. Weird. Goofy has a whole outfit. I don't understand that. Goofy kind of dresses like a Jamaican.
Drew?
Color scheme and clothing wise.
Drew, do you have anything to say about that?
I mean, he's got a vest on with no shirt.
No, he's pretty accurate actually, because if you look at a Pasa Pasa dance Jamaican video,
they dress like fucking Goofy.
They look like Goofy.
Okay.
So I can't really debate him there.
I think,
but no, this is a huge deal, and of course everybody's really excited because they think they're going to see Wolverine in the next Avengers movie or whatever the fuck. Like this was not about that. This purchase was. I mean, it's a bonus. Don't get me wrong. It's possible for things like that to happen because now they basically have, well, I wouldn't say all the rights to the rights to all of their characters, but that's a huge chunk that they did get. But it ain't the major reason for the buyout. That's not why they did that. But if you think that you're going to see some kind of cool ending credit scene in Black Panther or Infinity War that has anything to do with any Fox Marvel you're wrong. The only thing that can happen going forward is things that are not currently in production, that haven't been written yet, or so on and so forth. They can, like, let's say, seeing as how The Runaways season 1 is already like wrapped up and can like still airing on Hulu and shit. Whenever they decide to do a season 2, they can actually roll out shit like how they did it in volume 2 of the comics, and they can run into other characters in the Marvel universe that exist in whether it be, Netflix or the movies or however they choose to do it. That is, if they choose to do something like that. So, the ball's in Marvel's court. Well, not Marvel, but Disney. And Disney pretty much is Marvel's cool stepdad.
Yeah.
So we'll see what we'll see what happens. But it was a huge chunk of news, and probably the one that all the nerds, a part of the culture, kind of stuck to, and we're always we're memeing and joking about. But there was one that was very funny where a dude was talking about he was saying something about when people go to fight in Kingdom Hearts, a game that's never gonna come out. How they were gonna have to fight Sephiroth, Wolverine, Iron Man, the people from Monsters Inc., just a whole bunch of shit. It was ridiculous because when you think about it, that and between that and The Simpsons predicting it, whatever, because apparently The Simpsons predict every fucking thing.
Yeah.
So, but I did see a post that kind of put The Simpsons predicts everything into perspective, where it was like the writers for The Simpsons, like obviously they're not fortune tellers or anything like that, but the reason why it seems like The Simpsons have been predicting everything is because at the time that they made these shows and the ideas, the cockamamie ideas they came up with them because they thought in their minds they were so far-fetched and these things would never happen. That's why they put them into the show, because it's a comedy show. So you want, and it's animation. So you want to exaggerate and make things seem, more ridiculous than they really are. So things like Trump becoming president, Disney acquiring Fox, and all this other kind of shit, like these are the things that they thought would never happen in a million years. And that is just proof positive to show you what kind of fucking timeline we're living in, where animated, sitcom somehow is predicting all of this ridiculous shit going on in the world today. Other than, Kojima predicting all of this in Metal Gear Solid 2, I guess this is all we have to go on. Kojima and The Simpsons.
Yeah. Quick note before we get into our categories of the year. I want to point out that Warner Brothers had a great holiday season. Justice League is now on track. I'm sorry.
Why do you gotta be so?
Because this is great. This is great. I love it. Justice League. Why
you gotta be so rude?
Justice League is now the lowest grossing DCEU movie ever at a staggering $662 million worldwide. And we can move on now. I just wanted to throw that petty moment of the year out there.
Are you saying that Jonah Hex did more? No, I'm just kidding.
What's that movie? Hancock ended up with more money than this. Let that sink in.
But Hancock isn't a... All right, I understand what you're trying to say, but yeah.
I get what you're saying, but I have to be petty. Let me live in my petty, Chris.
All right, enjoy.
Thank you. So let's go to our first category of the year categories.
Let's go to our first category of the year.
We're going to do album/song of the year. So if you don't have an album, you can do a song. Fat Man?
Yo, you Ray Combs?
Yeah.
If it's not a game show.
Yeah. Fat Man, go for it.
Album of the year, I'll probably give it to 444 to Jay-Z.
Jigga Man.
Jigga what?
I mean, just like his counterpart.
Kicked in the elevator.
Yeah, just like his counterpart, Beyonce with her last project, and opening up about her relationship and this like real life shit that she's dealing with. It was a very personal album for him, and it's also a lot of like pro-black themes and stuff. And that's just one thing with hip hop, where from back in the 90s, where we had like Public Enemy, a lot of like all of that are just like with NWA or Nas, with people who are just painting that picture of the streets, are just painting a positive imagery of us as a people that story of OJ is a real big tune, you know. Him talking about, I mean, that's actually interesting. We never talked about it on the show, but him revealing about his mother being lesbian and stuff like that. That's interesting. Why you say goodness?
I was gonna say something problematic, but I stopped.
I know you were.
I
could fucking feel it.
Well, I mean, I was trying to be sly with baiting you to make you say it, but
yeah, I know that. I was just like, I'm sitting here like, why did he say that?
Oh, well, no, I mean, just talking about the album briefly, but
no, I know.
Yeah, I just did a lot of good themes, and it's still good music, and it's just really something very hard in today's atmosphere of rap, of being able to give positive imagery and lyrics and themes, and still be interested and dope. It's still been like, I mean, it's not like weeks later where people, I mean, they talked about it for a while just because of all the relationship shit, and that's all people care about. Like, I don't know why they care about Offset and Cardi's whatever's going through them. Like, who gives a shit? But that's
celebrity culture.
Yeah, that's where everyone grasped on, instead of like the actual themes of like talking about Dumbo and like gentrification and shit, like on like dudes hustling, and then like, yo, you spend all this money, you talking about this your hood, and you don't own shit. So it's like a lot of shit for someone really to like look back upon, I would think, and be like, damn, like we should be doing better as a people or make some certain changes, but we still just making fight videos and dancing online. So whatever.
Those are really good fight videos, though. Just a little side tidbit on the him being like the album being super personal and talking about his mother being a lesbian. 50 did it first. Just wanted to put that
out. Shut the fuck up. That was a great song. Like, oh my god, he's one of the worst. Like, that's one person you just can't get on his bad side. Because
no, but the funny thing is that he did it first, but he did it very nonchalantly, and it was
it was just a bar. It was just a bar.
Yeah, it was just one bar. He didn't go into the whole like what it meant, and you know how people talk about, you know, women in that sense and the culture and what it does to a young man growing up and having to explain that and to understand it and all that kind of shit. 50 just said my mama kissing a girl. That's all he said.
But that's, I mean, look at 50's even review of 444 where he was like, there's like some intellectual shit, like you need glasses.
Yeah,
he said some shit like that.
He's like, I got to put on an Argyle sweater and wear glasses when I listen to this shit.
Yeah, but 50's just like 50's a silly guy. I mean, like he's just a ongoing troll.
He's a troll. Yeah, he's a rich roller.
Yeah, he's a rich. Yeah, basically. He actually answers people in his Instagram comments and talks shit about them. Which
he has nothing to do.
Yeah.
He's very bored. I wish I had that kind of that much time and money on my hands to be that bored to just respond to nobodies on social media. That's got to be fun. Because can't nobody touch you. What are they going to do?
And it doesn't even matter because at the end of the day, you're still richer than them. Like, fuck you.
Nobody's driving to fucking Temecula to beat you up. It's not happening.
Yeah. What is your album? Or
you don't have an honorable mention? I get it, or no?
Honorable mention. Do one of yours real quick because I punched stuff in my head.
Because I'm not an album kind of guy, and I usually just I mean, I used to fuck with albums heavily, but I've just singles mostly now, or whatever is a hit, or whatever I think is good. So my song of the year would be Bodak Yellow.
Little bitch, you can't fuck with me if you
I love that song.
Yeah, you and every Dominican.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I love that song, my damn self.
No, it's a good song, and it's just
it's a great fucking song, and it's still like people like I was watching a lot of IG stories over the holiday weekend, and everybody's just like gathering around. It's basically what Hot was when it came out.
Bobby Shmurda.
Bobby Shmurda is basically what that was.
Yeah, and it didn't even have a little dope meme or anything.
Yeah, it did. The song. Like Bodak Yellow doesn't have a dance. It doesn't have anything. Like it doesn't have a disappearing hat. Nothing.
We still looking for that hat.
Still looking for Bobby hat. But you know what? Bodak Yellow on its own two legs with the kind of, you know, self-promoter that Cardi B is and the monster that she is of just, being all about her brand and being in your face. She's done real well this year.
Can I point out a petty fact? You know I'm a numbers person.
Go ahead.
So young Cardiff B. That's right. Write that down. She is the only female since 1998 that has gone number 1 on an album. Or not an album.
I wonder who that female was from 98. Oh,
Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
So Nicki Minaj, fuck you.
Oof. Well, I didn't know we were doing all that.
Well, no, that's why I knew where he was going with this. He hates
because
no, I know he hates her, but I didn't know we were. I thought he was just going to be petty and then throw away. But I can see we're going into 2018, guns blazing.
Hopefully, she gets tetanus and doesn't get the shot for it.
What's your or do you have? Well, my honorable mention for his song of the year would be "In the Face of Evil." Everybody knows
I had a feeling you were gonna say
I love that song. Everybody knows I love that song. If you don't know what song it is, go watch the trailer for the Thor movie, or just go to your.
Isn't that the immigrant song?
No, that is not the immigrant.
The Face
song.
of Evil.
No, that is Led Zeppelin, I believe.
Yes, it is Led Zeppelin. I'm sorry.
Yeah. In the Face of Evil is from a band called Magic Sword, and you could just type it in anywhere and find it. So go listen to it. But that's my honorable mention.
My album. Is it my turn?
Yeah, okay. I have my honorable mention, but I could just go after you.
My honorable mention first is the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 soundtrack. That's my honorable mention. But I think my album of the year came courtesy of the Fat Man because he told me about this. And had he not, I think Issa Rae would have because it played on her show, is Daniel Caesar's album.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed that album.
Front to back, man. You're talking,
never finish on the back. Always finish on, never mind. So
was that some sort of pornographic R&B?
No, that's from you ever seen I'll send you the link to the Family Guy episode where Peter goes to the record store.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Kind of slow on the take. But what is this what's his name? Daniel Craig Robinson?
Caesar, you wouldn't listen to it.
You would not listen to this album, no.
It's real R&B. Like R&B is actually very, very
Is it R&B or is it like horny R&B? Like
it's very
Kelly, Trey Songz.
Emotional R&B.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it might have been like Trey Songz or Genuine of.
Well, Trey Songz isn't R&B. Trey Songz is more like getting on the mic, like yodeling.
Early Trey was good, but then he just became like a
just gotta make
R&B.
It. All right, just gotta make it. Okay. He sounds like Cher, If I could turn back time,
wow.
Like that. Yeah. All my Will and Grace fans will know. Get a pork button pork. No, I'm joking.
Okay,
Jesus Christ.
What's your honorable mention?
Brett. I don't know how to say this dude's name right. Fayaz, the dude that's on Crew. He sings the hook on Crew. But I think I sent the song. Him. Yeah, I sent you the song too. The second song on his last project, "Gang Over Love."
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's R&B, but you would relate to the song, Chris.
I'll send it to me again because I might not have listened to it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know how to pronounce his name either. I don't want to.
But the song "Gang," it's just a real calm song, just talking about just being like a teenager growing up, like blowing off school, just working to make your little bread. And it's like this, like your boys is all you got, Like when you're young, you feel like that, Like your little crew who you run with, like that's all you got. It's you against y'all against the world. So
say little bitch. It's like
the song is a personal song, but it doesn't come off like OD emotion. Like you can enjoy it. So that's my honorable mention. I would run.
Surprised nobody. I almost chose Bank Account as an honorable mention because I really love that song.
21 Savage.
21 Savage.
I'm a. Okay. Anyway,
in my bank account, shooters gun you down. Yo, we was acting ignorant for Festivus, yo.
Oh Jesus Christ, where we at?
I threw on that and computers. Shit, I should have still made that my honorable mention. Fuck what you heard.
even though it's not nowhere near this year.
It doesn't matter. Computers are still computers.
Yeah, I know. I don't even
what else
think
matters.
What family?
Nope. The next category.
Oh. Moving on.
Moving on out.
I just want to talk about.
Come on
Urkel.
Come on out. Come on out.
So
maybe I just want to fucking talk about Urkel. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. We'll go with anime of the year. I'll go first.
Anime of the Nani?
I will go with My Hero Academia.
As your number one.
As that your is stuff. Ooh. I'm sure. I had to. Yeah. Anyway, My Hero Academia is my favorite anime of this year. And I would say an honorable mention would be Attack on Titan.
Samesies. I have the exact same pick.
Oh, okay, Fat Man.
Oh, that would be different then. My number one,
Cooking Mama.
What the hell up?
For fuck's sake.
I got it actually from Tristan. Juni Tyson. I had just finished it. It didn't
say it right. It's 50 Tyson.
It didn't finish strong, but I get the finish. It was just like a very deep it's like type.
Yeah, the finish was weird.
Yeah, so it was just some it was like a freaking American Beauty, like some weird ass finish that made me deep thought or like Seven.
Yeah, it was dope because of the way the show plays out. You think it's gonna end with some grandiose battle, but that happens in the episode before the last episode,
and it wasn't even a crazy battle.
It wasn't. There were crazier battles throughout the show.
Yeah, I mean that was the thing about it. They kind of wrote it kind of like a like some thriller movie where the episodes, like, being that there was just the limited what you can do. They could have just have each episode where the people either fought and died and that was it. They give their backstory.
They had to give backstory. Yeah. That's what that was good about the show as well as the animation. It was fucking beautiful.
Oh no, yeah, they drew that. That was a very
the fights were brutal. They were very uncensored, and whatever happened.
It's just that sometimes they wasn't like long ass fights. They were just
they were very short,
one and done.
Yeah, so a lot of those fights were very short, but it more focused on philosophy.
Yeah, the philosophy aspect of it.
A lot of the show was based off of each fighter's personal philosophy, where they came from, how they got to the Juni Tyson, the tournament. Yeah, it was a lot about that. Not so much the goddamn rabbit, but everybody else.
He was so annoying, yo.
Yeah, the rabbit was a necromancer, so his mind was not. Yeah,
and he was
everybody else.
Dancer.
There's a lot of weird fan service. If anybody doesn't know what fan service is, it's basically just like, semi-nudity in anime and just a lot of like tits jumping and like whatever, tight clothes and whatever the fuck else.
They didn't do that with the women too much. They were in tight clothes, but they didn't.
They were wearing tight. They were very scantily clad, most of the women.
Yeah, but they wasn't drawn to like extra large breasts for no reason.
Except for the boar. She wasn't dressed scantily clad, but she was very busty.
Yeah,
very bosomy.
Go on.
But she was dressed. She was dressed like she was going to work.
Yeah, that was the weird thing about, because the show starts and then it's telling a backstory. So you're thinking maybe the show is going to be about this character.
And but then it just goes way off the rails. Yeah,
I'm not going to
be a major spoiler. But you guys, if you watch anime, you should check that out. That is
it's 12.
I would have put it as my honorable mention, but as much as I hate to admit it, Attack on Titan really fucking went off this season. So I got to give it to them. At the very least, I got to give them honorable mention.
Yeah, I mean, Attack will be my honorable, because the only thing is I maybe would have had it first, but I didn't finish it yet. Still, just been trying to catch up.
Oh, well, that's
interesting. I'm trying to finish Dragon Ball. I'm trying to catch up on Dragon Ball Z also.
Super has been very good this year, but it hasn't been the
best. My guy.
Yeah, can't wait to fucking play that game with that motherfucker.
Yeah,
change ups on that little bastard. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, hit is gonna be fire. But yeah, Dragon Ball. I mean, no, Attack is my honorable, but I'm just trying. I gotta finish that. I mean, I won't have that ready. I won't be done by 2018, but I'll get it done eventually.
So next up, we have TV show of das Year.
TV
Chris,
show.
do you want to go first?
I shall. My pick for TV show of the year is Badlands season 2.
Good choice.
Pound for pound, the best in terms of visuals, action. This is live action, mind you. Visuals, live action. The acting is where it needs to be for what they're doing. There's a lot of actually really good performances by people. Like, sometimes it looks like they're trying to win Academy Awards in this fucking show.
But I've yet to watch a single minute of that show.
You've got to get into it. The story is dope. Everything, the way things play. It's basically like, I want to say, a post-apocalyptic Game of Thrones.
Oh,
yeah, because there's no guns.
There's different houses and like sex. S-E-C-T.
No.
Sext. It's just like a whole lot of shit going on. There's like chosen ones and things like it's the action. This fucking show wipes a monkey's ass with the action from Iron Fist.
You can knock out season 1 even for New Year's Day, like if you like hungover in this, because AMC never takes big risk and they always only do like 6 to 8
episodes for first show. Yeah.
Like they did it with Walking Dead. Walking Dead was short as shit that first season, and now it's like freaking dying. So
yeah, fucking 35 episodes to a season, mid-year season.
Yeah, mid-year. Like, but you can knock it out this weekend and judge for yourself.
Yeah, I love that show. A friend of the show, part of the channel, Bodmod1234, .exe.
Trash.
One of Sophia's minions. Rodney put me onto the show. Well, actually, him and Drew both put me onto the show, and I was hooked from episode 1. Not even 5 minutes into it, you will be like, okay, keep going.
I think I watched it by mistake too. Like, I think it premiered after. It wasn't Walking Dead. I can't remember what I was watching, and I just watched it.
I don't know, but since I stopped fucking with The Walking Dead, I honestly stopped fucking with that network as a whole because there's nothing else on it for me. So I never checked for anything. But until y'all told me about this show, and I just, and I put it on, and then the main dude from the show took shots at Son from Iron Fist, basically the whole show in general, and he was right.
Yeah, he was right.
He's like, if you name the show Iron Fist, and the major crux of the show is supposed to be dude with amazing kung fu, you better back it up. Your shit better be tight, and their shit wasn't tight.
You can only count one decent fight in that whole series, and
when he fought the drunken master,
that was the best fight. That was the best fight in the whole series,
and that's why everybody was saying he should have been Danny Rand. I'm like, I get why he wasn't, because they definitely wanted to be a white privileged dude, because that is the story of Danny Rand. But at this point, I don't care. Fuck it.
It's over.
Honestly, I don't even care if you take that boy out of that role in midway now. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I like Danny Rand more in the comics, definitely compared to the live action.
Yeah, well, we already know how that goes.
Yeah. And I mean, I wasn't even into the character, but after I read more and read the Defenders, I was like, oh, he's not a bad character. Like, I could fuck with him. But,
yeah, my honorable mention is Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, I didn't know you watched that.
Yeah, I love that show. I don't like cops, but I love that show because it's it's sort of like a police academy take on cops, even though they do tackle a lot of serious issues. Like there's an episode where Terry Crews's character gets racially profiled, even though he's a sergeant in the precinct. The captain of the precinct is a gay black man. There's a bisexual Latina woman in there.
Coming out.
There's a lot of issues that they tackle, a lot of demographics that they hit. It's a very diverse cast. Still incredibly funny, even now in season 4 or 5.
Which show
I think we're in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's just a really dope, funny show. It's got Andy Samberg in it. Like, I mean, mad. Like, I want to say guest stars and surprises have been on the show since they first started. It's just a really well-written, funny show that also does serious shit. And they even they even tackle a little bit of like how police go too far with police brutality and shit like that. Like they're not fucking around when they write this show.
I didn't even know that. Yeah, I might have to check it out.
They let you know that they know what the fuck is going on in the real world with police and everybody of, you know, different race, gender, ethnicity, all of that kind of shit. You know, sexual orientation. You know, they even did a thing about trans people recently at the start of this season. It's not a show to be taken lightly, but it's also incredibly fucking funny. They do their thing, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine to me is probably, I want to say, one of the only funny shows on TV right now that's not animated.
Yeah, I didn't know.
And it's on, and that's awards. Because it's on TV. It's not like exclusively on a streaming service or whatever. Since this is a, you know, TV thing.
Yeah, it's gotten awards too, which
Oh yeah, and they've won awards. So it's good. I mean, I don't normally fuck with Academy and all that kind of shit because I don't care. Yeah, I mean, I don't really give a fuck if a show or a movie I like wins or doesn't win an award because I enjoyed it. I think that the people involved should get some sort of recognition, be it more money or better roles in the industry,
and not, you know, and not get their beef grabbed on.
Yeah, and not get their beef grabbed on or pressed up against a wall or anything like this. You know, Hollywood. But I don't really think that every single thing that they do merits a trophy. Although, you know, it's not for me to say because I'm not in that position. If they want the trophy, fucking go get it. If you don't get it, be bitter about it. But keep making the good shit that you do.
Yeah, it shouldn't be about that anyway. I mean, of course, that's a good goal, but making quality.
Yeah, I mean, when you get employee of the month at McDonald's, all you get is a plaque on the fucking wall. They don't increase your paycheck. You can't pay rent in employee of the month. A landlord won't take it. Trust me.
I knew he was gonna pull a stunt like this, Jackie Chan.
Yeah, so if you try to pay for your, like, imagine Terry Crews giving his fucking landlord his Emmy. Could you want this instead of payment? Do you take this? He's not gonna take it. Let me get the fuck out of here. Where's the check?
I mean, like, I'm proud of him I'm proud of him, but I'm still mad at him for the whole Weinstein thing. Cause I would just, because you're in front of your family, all that, like, you just think about violence, like, don't disrespect, like, no matter how you disrespect them, even being able sexually.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to though. That's what he said. He said he wanted to, but his mind, and that's why I commend him because his mind
long game
worked so quickly. He knew that it wouldn't even have like the papers wouldn't have read right. And he knew he would have been in the ass part.
It would have been
of
worse.
That situation. So he was just like, "Fuck it."
And now he's
I'm gonna take the L.
I'm
taking. Yeah, he took the L then, but that dude taking the L now.
Yeah, he about to lawyer up.
Can I go?
Hopefully,
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
So what do you think?
I tend to prattle on.
I'm gonna ask the fat man. What do you think my favorite show this year was? Because I have two of them.
Doing this.
Well, I'm surprised Chris didn't say Game of Thrones either. Just thinking about it, and I'm surprised he didn't mention Punisher.
He didn't.
All those. Well, Punisher is straight up streaming. That's not a TV show. I didn't pick anything.
Well, no, we talked. We said that would be because it's a TV platform.
No, yeah, I know that. But I'm saying for me, I didn't.
Okay, you didn't literally TV. Okay.
Yeah. Because I don't watch a lot of TV, so when I do,
I'm gonna
pick. It's gonna be a fucking dope one. Trust me, I love Game of Thrones this season and Punisher, but these things to me are in their own separate class of things. Because for some odd reason, I just feel like those things needed to be bigged up more than we've already talked about both of those things.
Yeah, I can't really think for you, Phoenix, because the thing is that is not. I don't know what recent stuff religiously you watch. The only things like I know religiously is like Will and Grace and Golden Girls for sure.
And Golden Girls is not new.
I was gonna say that ended like how long ago?
No, I said recent. So I'm trying to.
Can I take a stab?
Please, because I have nothing really.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Wait, what'd you say?
No, because he said Unbreakable Kimmy. No, he said Unbreakable Kimmy.
Oh no, yeah, because she doesn't like Titus. Oh yeah, that's right.
No, I like Titus now. I like Titus.
Oh, now you like Titus?
Yeah, you like him?
What are we doing? Just say what you think.
Yeah, just give me the show now.
I have two favorite shows this year.
Okay.
One is BoJack Horseman. I'm surprised. Oh, for fuck's sake! Where did that come from? Oh
yeah. Well, we kind of could have got that, but I wouldn't know favorite. But I know we know he likes that show.
I love BoJack Horseman.
I got that from Chris. Yeah. I don't know if you got it from Chris also.
Yeah, because I always send those stickers in the chat.
Yeah, I know, and he had like he had no idea what it was.
Yeah, Chris told me about it. I didn't finish it, but I watched like 3 episodes.
No, yeah, BoJack Horseman is great.
Yeah, Chris is literally BoJack. Literally, Chris is
don't
BoJack.
Say shit like that. We gonna do a meetup, and the fucking listeners are gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm staying away from you."
And then obviously my second would definitely be Will and Grace. It's just Will and Grace.
So
you can say that because it did come back this year.
Exactly. I think my honorable mention would be, and this because it's if I could have picked 3, I would pick 3 to be a tie, but I'm just gonna put this as
give a list because I was gonna mention a couple honorable mentions. So if you have
well then I'll just do 3. BoJack Horseman, Will and Grace, and Ozark. I think Ozark
breaking the fucking rules here. Everybody.
Yeah, we are breaking the rules. I know, right?
This is like Kwanzaa crawl. Nobody gives a fuck.
Well, this is America anyway. Trump is president,
true.
Those would be my 3.
Live your best life, guys.
Yeah,
list as many as you want.
So I know going forward, let's just list 1 in the honorable mention. I just had 3 ties.
Yeah, mostly everything else I have just the 1 in the mention, but TV I have a couple.
I can't wait till we get to movies.
No, I'll just have. I could.
Oh God.
No, Ozark was a good one because I didn't even think of that, and that was a good pick.
I'm fucked up. I watched the first episode of that and haven't finished it. Yeah, and I really enjoyed it.
Oh, you did like it? I thought you said
no. Yeah, No, I did, but I don't know what. I think maybe because I don't know, I got a girlfriend. I have no idea what happened.
Yeah, that took everything away from you, other than just you being in love and affection. Shout out to Morgan, a friend of the program, as she knows, and she's been to my house, and she's allowed to come back, so that's good. Some people come to my house.
Oh my God, Drew, go to yours.
No, this is very short.
Yeah, some people have been to my house and can't come back.
Is Urkel one of them?
Oh my God!
Is who one?
No, Urkel's good. He's been here more than once.
I know Urkel's not good.
No, I said Urkel is good. He's been there more than once already.
Yeah, but after this second time, he's not good.
Possibly. I mean, that's not.
No, he might be good. He might be good.
We'll have to. Yeah, that'll be convincing between the two of us. Okay. But yeah, my show of the year is Mr. Robot. It's been mixed reviews, but Mr. Robot is just it's a crazy show how it just takes on current issues and just how the story just really drives. The thing with the show, sometimes they'll be those filler episodes, but I really enjoy the show a lot. It's something simple because it's a take on freaking Fight Club. Like it's just a lot going on with the show. I highly recommend
Fight Club is you don't speak about Fight Club.
But
that's correct.
Is it really like I didn't think that's what that show was like.
I could if I tell you. I mean, if you didn't watch the show, whatever. I mean, it's 3 seasons.
No, I saw the first season.
No, okay, but did it? I don't know if it reveals in the first season that he is Mr. Robot.
No, yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Oh,
well, that's what I said. At this point, it's 3 seasons.
For anybody who's gonna watch this show 2 years in.
That's.
I was going to do that, but thanks. I mean,
you weren't gonna do shit.
You wasn't gonna do shit. Get the fuck out. Yeah, you of all people. You still haven't even finished one of my honorable mentions, which is Legion.
Well, first and foremost, okay, don't shoot me when I say this. I just started watching Blackish today.
I mean, I only watched the clips on Twitter.
Hey, shout out to fucking Tracy Ellis Ross and Anthony Anderson, all of them kids from Blackish, Jennifer Lewis to Lawrence Fishburne. That show is fucking hilarious. Blackish is one of the greatest sitcoms on TV right now.
This is the new Cosby's for the generation.
Yeah, this is basically Phoenix hit the nail on the head with that shit because like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, they tackle real issues and shit.
Real issues, yeah. I've seen some shit. Even I think it was about the voting or something, and Anthony Anderson would go off.
Can I just do this really quick, Drew? I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I really want to give a shout out to Chris because Chris, you have put me on to the greatness that is known as New Boot Goofing.
Oh my God.
If I would have never known the greatness that is New Boot Goofing, I would have never known about Reno 911.
Yes.
So thank you. Okay, Drew, please, the floor is back to you.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions. I guess. Honorable mentions was like I said, Into the Badlands has mentioned. Fuck, what's the other one? the one about puberty.
Oh, Big Mouth.
Big Mouth.
Big Mouth.
Big Mouth was huge.
Yeah, Big Mouth. Yeah,
that's
Big
what
Mouth,
she said. Stranger Things season 2. All these things were huge.
Oh yeah,
but I feel like all of these things I could have mentioned, but we spoke about them earlier on.
But I mean, you got to just give the praise where it's due.
Oh no, I did. But that's the thing. I've never spoken about those 2 shows that were on my list. That's why I wanted to big them up this one time.
Point. And last one is Suits. Suits is like 7 seasons in, but it's about this kid who has a photographic memory, and then he frauds and becomes a lawyer. Well, no, he's a lawyer. The lawyers. So
that's what. Yeah, it's a play on words.
Oh.
You'll look good. What's that one fucking company? You'll look good in the suit you're in, or something like that.
Dude, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, who knows? Yeah, but Suits is real good. I recommend that.
I just know because I always laugh when Drew says he watches that show because I'd seen like clips and whatever, and it just doesn't look like something he would watch.
Let me just. I'll give a quick story before we go into Phoenix about how I got into the show. I was chilling with a friend years ago, and I think I ate an edible, so I'm fucking gone.
Well, there we have it, boys.
Say less. Say less.
No, but so she's telling me about the show, and then on the USA website they had like these word games, and I just being that I was so gone, I enjoyed it so much. The word games and stuff. It literally I was like, damn, I haven't really used my brain like this. Like you go to work is mindless shit like that. Like this is fun, And I just started watching the show and I got into it. But yeah, so shout out to the edibles and the website.
We should download a game called Word Soup on the iOS
or Words with Friends.
Wait, no. I think Phoenix whipped my ass on that. I need to.
Yeah, Morgan was straight up handing me my ass in Words with Friends on a daily basis. When we first started dating, I had to delete the fucking game. She was like, babe, you're not playing anymore?
I was beating Drew's ass something serious last year in that game. You understand me?
Yeah. No, I think that was this year. Now we're gonna run it back. We're gonna run it.
It was cute, but I was getting I was like, yeah.
I mean, that's.
Can you give Morgan a number so that way we can play? And I'll
because I think she needs a partner to do that. I would love to see who comes out on top between y'all.
Yeah,
she have my number because I'm gonna beat her ass. And okay, Morgan, you let Morgan know I say this. Morgan, if you win, I owe you 2 rounds at BBQs and vice versa.
Okay. She's up for that. She's up for that bet already. I already know.
Hey, look, me too.
Yeah, I know.
Clearly, you have to ask you twice.
All right, let's go into the next topic, and I want to go first because this is like a mini. I'm gonna give you like a 1-minute rant. The next category is the what the fuck moment of the year. And I put this on video gamers as a whole, because gamers recently, over the last 4 months or so, started really bitching about loot boxes and loot crates and things like this in video games. And my biggest issue, and the thing that I've always said on this show, is when it comes to loot boxes and loot crates and in-game selling items, you all, the ones that are listening to this podcast, that pick up a controller, that swipe your credit card to buy $10, $20, $50, $80, $90, $100 and $150 or $200 on all these items that Activision in an earnings call 2 months ago said they made over $1 billion in fucking loot items. That is who's typing? That is ridiculous. That as consumers as a whole, you're bitching and
sorry, I was hacking.
Look, hack Sally Mae for me. It's crazy to see that gamers are bitching and complaining about companies putting in loot boxes and all they want is our money. If I'm a company and I see that, and I don't care who gets offended by this, that all these idiots are buying this and you're continuing to feed my pockets, yes, I'm going to continue to put this into a game. And quite frankly, guess what? If you don't support it, they're not going to put it into games. And people are like, well, how are they going to fund DLC? It's called a season pass. Mm-hmm. Simply plain input. Halo 5, and I don't think the team at 343, even though I give them hell all the time, I don't think the team at 343 in the coalition get enough credit as they deserve, because the in-game items that you're able to purchase with real money is just simply cosmetic stuff. And if you play the game enough, you can earn it. and you can earn in-game points to purchase them without spending real-world money. But if you want to spend the real-world money, you have the option of gaining it. But for the idiots who go out and spend $500, $1,000 a month, and mind you, you just take one person, then you multiply that against the vast majority of gamers who do that, you're going to have an entirely separate revenue service for that. So to me, my biggest what the fuck moment of the year are gamers, and the biggest lazy bunch.
They're trying to make it illegal and shit too.
I mean, I with the legislation part of that, I understand why they're doing it, and I don't have an issue with that. But my issue is with the gamers. Don't bitch about something that you're spending money on because you're lazy fucks and just choosing not to buy it. Yeah, like if you vote honestly, with your wallet, they're not going to put it in the game. Simply plain.
Yeah, it's supply and demand. I mean, I've sat here on this show a good number of times complaining about how gaming companies are nickel and diming us for this, that, and the third, but it's always been for the right reasons. Because a lot of times they nickel and dime us for stupid shit. But in the case of loot boxes, that's not them nickel and diming us. All loot boxes for virtually every game
you can earn
is like for aesthetic shit. Like none of it is based off of like this is you buy this, you do better at the game. Do you know what I mean? So it's simple business. They see people are gonna buy the fucking loot boxes. Why not make more loot boxes? Exactly. Do you know what I mean? But you don't have to. You can earn them. You can play the fucking game.
But Destiny, I don't know if Phoenix you followed, but there was a whole big hoorah about Destiny's recent event and their in-game purchasing. Where I think their community, like Destiny 2, has dropped in price so crazy. I think I saw it as low as like $20 or $30 recently. Where they've been struggling crazy
this past holiday weekend.
Yeah, so I mean, but that's the way. If you really have a problem with it, you just let it speak for you. I think Battlefront 2's launch took a big hit too because of all the controversy too around that, where people didn't really run out. And I mean, Star Wars is huge right now.
I'll put it to you like this. The CEO of Disney, Bob Iger, called EA personally and told them to take that stuff out that game.
Well, that's what I mean. It's going to hurt.
Fucking nerds.
It's hurting the brand. But that's what I mean. At the end of the Battlefront 2 shit was it was bullshit. But you still was able to earn it. You just had to play the game.
Yeah. But when you tell people that, any gamer that was playing that game, as soon as you told somebody that, they should have been like, oh, okay. But what did they say? Oh my God, the game is so fucking long. How are we supposed to? You're complaining that they're giving you so much content in this game to play that it is a long game?
We played it on our EA Access.
Why are you complaining that you're getting your money's worth when you buy the game flat out and you don't specifically have to buy any extra shit like loot boxes?
Compared to like something like Destiny.
Yeah, if you just played the fucking game. Or how about this? How about you play the game and don't fucking look shit up on YouTube the whole time you play it and actually have fun? Remember that? Remember when we didn't have the luxury of being able to basically cheat ourselves out of the $60 we just paid for this fucking game? Then you get no experience of having to figure. I can understand if you stuck somewhere. But for every little thing, you can't just. How are you enjoying the game if half of the time you're looking at your phone or another screen and YouTube walkthrough? Yeah, and just pausing the game. That's stupid. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Gamers have gotten really lazy, complacent, and they're just mad all the time. And I don't understand.
And they made Battlefront 2 better than Part 1 with more content and things like that. I mean, I didn't purchase it just because EA stuff I can just wait for EA Access. So.
But Battlefront 2, and we didn't do a review for it on this show, but Battlefront 2, for all intents and purposes, is a great game. Me, Tristan, and Mike, we were playing. And is it a game that I would play online by myself? Absolutely not. I would play that with a group of friends because I had fun with Tristan and Mike because we were laughing and joking. We were talking about Star Wars and anticipating the new film.
Yeah.
But to me, this generation of console gaming, like I said, and I caught a lot of flack for it, I don't feel like this generation was better than the last as far as memorable gaming moments for me.
Oh, it definitely was.
And then no one can freaking. I want to see someone try to argue that it's different. Like you're 100% freaking right.
There's not one game that you can name this year that basically is going to be something that you remember 10 years from now and talk about how good it was. Nothing.
I mean, yes and no. Not
no
really
and no.
Okay, I'll give you case in point. 10 years ago, same holiday season. Let's go down the list. You had that year's Madden, which Madden comes out every year, but I'm just follow me down the rabbit hole.
I got you.
You had Halo 3, you had the Orange Box, you had Left 4 Dead, you had the original BioShock, you had Mass Effect. All of that was in one holiday season. You had Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. All of that was in one holiday season.
That was everything.
We have not had a 2007 holiday season since then.
They hit us with heat that year. That was a big year. If you didn't have a job,
massive heat.
I don't know what you did.
Yeah, and I'm just finishing that first BioShock with the collection, and it is a good game. It's fun.
We haven't had that.
Are great games.
No, there's a lot of good games back then. 360 and PlayStation 3, we got a lot of greatness.
Yeah.
And we'll get into the game of the year stuff. And what I'm going to say for that is going to be 100% shocking. Well, maybe not to y'all, but for the listeners.
But that's fun. Do you have an honorable mention for what the fuck moment of the year?
I don't.
Okay. Me, Drew, who's next?
I mean, one of the craziest. One of my what the fuck was really I mean, just the shit that goes every day in our country, but Vegas.
Every day in our country is literally a what the fuck moment.
The GOP tax plan, you know.
Yeah,
100% without a doubt. Net neutrality, Muslim ban, fucking.
That's every day. Yeah, America.
Women losing more and more of their rights over their body via
Charlottesville,
Congress, Charlottesville, Las Vegas.
Now Vegas was mine for the most part, just because it's just still crazy to me how. Like, this is ongoing, and we see ongoing problems, and then we just do nothing about it. Like us as black men, black people, and rights in this country, civil rights.
Yeah.
And just seeing that, we saw after Sandy Hook though too that it's when it's even on their own, and some
not even just their own children.
Yeah, that's what
like
after
Sandy Hook and babies, bro.
The kids, man, and it's still really pushed for no real change where money. And these donations dictate how we push legislation for protection of our tax. I pay my taxes. I don't want to get gunned down at a concert. You know what I'm saying?
I really don't.
I pay my taxes. I don't want to have to worry about my kid getting gunned down in school. I don't have kids, but I'm just saying, Jen, that's what these people feel.
We're gonna speak that into existence.
Yeah. I mean, constant nonsense going on behind the scenes with, Russia and whatever else have you. The constant way the media and the NFL have been shitting on Colin Kaepernick. Just
this week was a real good one with the tax bill. So the data tax bill, a lot of companies use that as a way to put out good image stories about themselves. So AT&T says we're going to give everyone $1,000 raise, and then we just come to find out yesterday that they were going to fire 1,000 people. So this bill that was supposed to create more jobs, and that's the thing. I was just going back and forth with my boy about it. That this is America, man. We know this. So what the fuck? Whenever has someone with money found a way to get more money? Said, okay, let me trickle it down to people who are less fortunate. So these corporations, we never see. Even like when we had the freaking bubble and Goldman Sachs and all these big corporate, financial corporations were having trouble, these executives still got bonuses. People were walking out with their pink slip in a box, and these executives were still, you don't hear about executives losing their freaking second and third and fourth home that they have and shit like that. So this bill that's going to benefit corporations and screw us over in the long run, like this year.
That means we're going to be headed back into another recession, right?
Oh, guaranteed.
I can't wait.
Yeah, no, this is. I mean, we've seen it.
All games, $10.
Yeah, history repeats itself. This is the same bullshit that Reagan pulled. It's all trickle down economics is not happening in a capitalistic society. So
if you feed the bottom line has more money to invest in its in the American infrastructure and its ecosystem. That's just common goddamn sense.
And I mean, that's the thing. I don't understand how I mean, that's rich people they can't see or fathom a way of giving up or not making as much. Because if all the poor folk did have more money, then freaking every day would be Black Friday.
Yep.
Like, because that's what people spend their money anyway. And that's unfortunately, as Black people, we're the number one consumers. Because as soon as, like, I mean, just again, economics, but we're the quickest to get money and it'll leave our community.
And just, blah.
Yeah, well, like, that's what shit, like, I don't blame them. Because there's a lot of aspects to it, but I don't blame, like, shit like Katrina, where they'll put pictures of us with champagne and balling out, this and that. But you can't tell me someone who came from nothing, who had nothing, and then you give them a bunch of money, the first thing you'll do is freaking find happiness.
Exactly. And whatever it takes to make you happy, of course, you're going to do that. You cannot blame someone for literally rising up out of the ashes from obscurity and poverty to then literally having everything.
So like, I'm going to the Dow Jones and invest all of this.
Like,
they don't know this
like,
shit.
Honestly, the shit that gets me upset and that makes me sick to the core is how much people berate and just constantly are hitting up celebrities, asking them why they're not investing in this, why they're not buying that, why they're not doing this. They don't have to do anything with their money because they earn that shit themselves.
And the crazy shit is a lot of them are, though. That's the thing. They just take.
Yeah, like, a lot of them. They don't
have to take a picture of every good deed that they do.
A lot of the charitable works and the things they do that help and benefit our community aren't documented because a lot of them aren't looking to be like a Kardashian about it and take pictures next to motherfuckers holding hands and handing out big giant checks. Everything isn't gotta be fucking sweepstakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people just do shit. Like, when Wayne bought his hood, he didn't fucking ride around and tell people that shit. People told people that shit. That's how everybody knew about it.
Big Sean has done more for Flint and their water situation compared to the president, who will talk more about NFL ratings compared to people still not having clean drinking water.
That's just the way it is. And we sit around and point the finger and blame, but we ain't helping either. You know what I'm saying? We not we as in us three, because Drew does a lot of charitable works and we all speak to people and do the best we can with what we got. But we not that much better off to be, handing out large sums of money to,
but this gives some sort of time
to corporations and shit. So we do the best we can with what we got. But it's like, if we weren't, no one should be able to come down on us and force us to be able to do that because we all have our own trials and tribulations to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So you can't hit up every Tom, Dick, and celebrity and tell them, hey, man, you made a lot of money off that album you just made. Why don't you A, B, and C with it? It's like, well, do you know where I came from? Do you know what I had to get through to get this money? Like, can I enjoy it a little bit first before I lose it all over again? Like, maybe
like, and they're not like freaking, they're not Warren Buffett's, they're not Bill Gates. Yeah. Where is that that stupid rich that they
not
can
only
just
is
be
not
like
stupid rich. A lot of them are Black celebrities who are 100% locked out of buying anything that could help us really. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think motherfuckers just allow you to buy land and shit like that all the time? It depends on the circumstance. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you can't, like, these motherfuckers, like what Diddy's trying to do with the Panthers and everything like that. I was about to mention that. Like, it's not that fucking easy. Like, you think he could just walk up to the goddamn office with a big check and they go, okay, well, here's the key to the fucking locker room and the ownership and everything else. It's not that easy.
No, and the thing is, I don't know if I was telling you guys or talking to someone else. You know what the crazy shit is? That he can go in there and be the highest bidder. I guarantee it. The way the NFL is in such a big racist organization that there'll be 3-4 older dudes that's coming from money, and they would rather pool their money together and go in as partners to ensure they outbid him to make sure.
And they don't even want the fucking team.
Yeah, they won't, but they will do that just to ensure that there's not a black man who owns that NFL team.
That's what they do. They lock you out. But in any case, before we lose track of what we're doing,
just quick, my honorable would be Moonlight winning Best Picture. Like, that shit was just like wild. That whole. Like, they
that's a good what the fuck.
Yeah, I mean, no, it was good. It wasn't a bad what the fuck, but yeah, it was good to see a black film win it and everything. It was just this. I mean, all of them. We just sit there. We like, wait, everyone. Like, it literally, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, the controversy with what happened of them getting the award is a what the fuck moment because they gave it to goddamn La La Land by accident.
Yeah, but that was a good one. But it was just
they had to re-roll that motherfucker.
Yeah, so that's
still ain't seen no motherfucking La La Land. Anyway,
I never will. What's your moment?
I never goddamn fucking will.
My what the fuck moment of the year literally happened at the top of the year, which to me basically set the tone for this entire goddamn year.
What, Trump being sworn in?
No, the motherfucker who climbed up Mount Lee and changed the Hollywood sign to say Hollyweed set the tone for the year. Now, I don't know where anybody was at the time this happened. It's not like, oh, where were you when the towers fell and all that kind of shit. This to me is way more poignant than that because what the fuck?
This motherfucker.
And on that same note, did y'all hear to see the story about California thinking about throwing out the records and freeing everyone with those like petty drug charges, weed with old weed shit. So
yeah.
That's
they were the first to make it completely legal and all that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, it's California is in fucking 2025, and we barely hitting fucking 1983 the way this goddamn country is.
Well, hopefully it happens though, because it could be like this a snowball on a
and hopefully it's just like a domino effect and everybody gets on board. But yeah, that was my biggest what the fuck moment of the year because it started the year and everything that happened after that day has been considerably worse.
Okay.
And what's next category? My honorable mention is 100% every fucking thing Trump has done since he's been in office.
Well, the fact that he's still nope.
Please, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, next category, please.
Before you wake up and there's a red dot on your forehead.
Yeah, I know, right?
Show this gonna end abruptly.
So I'm gonna brush through this quickly because I think the last two are gonna be kind of debatable.
What movie and
topics?
Comic of the year.
Are we doing that now?
Comic of the year.
Game and movie is last, but
spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
I'll back it up quick.
Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah, I won't. Oh, you finished? Yeah, Phoenix, let's go. I'll just be quick too.
Okay, this should be no surprise. My comic of the year is Miss Riri Williams. For my money.
The Invincible Iron Man.
Yes, the Invincible Iron Man, as I'm currently reading through it now.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That was coming next. The storyline, I'm on issue 10. She just went to Latveria to take on the lady, and she proclaimed herself to be queen.
That's a very good little arc there.
Yeah. So that's where I stopped. So I think that's my favorite. That's my comic of the year. Honorable mention would go to nothing else at this moment because it's all about Riri Williams.
That's good. My comic of the year, I would give it to shit. It's like so many I do. Like I had something and I was like, I changed my mind. I'll give it to Defenders, even though it's ended. But I
mean, it's not ended; it's ending.
It's ending. Excuse me. It's ending. Excuse me. But yeah, I'll give it to Defenders. Like it just everything what the show should have been. And my honorable mention is a couple I could go. Weapon X and Wildstorm. Leave it at that.
Nice. Good picks. My comic of the year has been Jessica Jones.
Yeah, you've been talking about that.
As much as I don't like that fucking show, not that I don't like it, but I've spoken about it on here already. That fucking comic has been 100% consistently good every issue, and it's not your regular comic superhero-y cape bullshit. And she's very tortured and fucked up right now, and things are going on. You should definitely pick it up and read it. My honorable mention is Deadpool versus Punisher.
Good one. Very good one.
It's a little 5-part series, little mini series between the two of them, and every issue ends with one of them killing the other one, or like not really killing the other one, obviously, but yeah, it's.
You're not throwing Bullseye. You're not throwing Bullseye the second, Oliver.
No, Bullseye. Between Bullseye and Weapon X, those are really hitting this year. Close behind them are Infamous Iron Man with Doom. Yeah, Deadpool and Punisher really, obviously, because it's my two favorites in it. But yeah, they definitely did their thing with that this year.
How is next? Where are we going next? Movies or games? Movies or games?
Which one do you want to do next? Movies or games?
Let's do movies.
I say we do. Yeah, game last.
Okay. So here's how I want to handle this.
Okay.
God damn
it. We said no about
the bus.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We said no about guessing each other's movie and game, right?
Yeah, we're not doing
that. Just do your list. You want to go last?
You see what happened during TV, right?
Oh, yeah, good point. I want to go last for both.
You can't go. You're going first for game.
No, I'm going first for this. Then I think my
fucking annoying.
He wants to shock the world.
Oh my god!
Shock the world.
Why?
I don't know why I did that. My movie of the year is Justice League.
Anyway,
what's your real movie of the year, Phoenix? We don't have time for this shit.
My movie of the year is Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Oof.
And
literally
I'm sure
a week ago.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone thought it was going to be a Marvel movie.
Well, technically.
Technically.
It's in the same camp.
The reason why I picked this movie is because while it's not a perfect movie, I thought that there's a couple things that could have been cut from this film. This movie, and I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. To me, this movie was literally sending the older generation, handing the baton to the new generation. And a lot of people are up in arms like, oh, that's not the Luke Skywalker I know. And da, 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 da. But here's the thing, though. George Lucas didn't define, so to speak, hypothetically, what Star Wars is. And what this movie, in its own way, defined is that we are definitely going forward, moving out of the Skywalker lineage for future Star Wars films after this trilogy. And this movie signified that. Because Rian Johnson, the director who wrote this film as well, he is handed the keys to the kingdom, and he's directing and writing the next set of trilogies in the Star Wars universe that is canon. And it's not going to be Skywalker related. Thank the Lord. Because granted, this all started with R2-D2 and Luke getting that message for Obi-Wan and all this. And this is where it started. And they paid homage to that in this film. But it started the conversation of, well, really, we don't need a Skywalker to tell a Star Wars story. And I thought that was done beautifully. I thought it was done gracefully. And it's funny, I've been getting flack for stating that I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. And I'll say this, just like I've said to everyone who wanted to debate me and tell me I'm wrong. I don't give a damn about your goddamn opinion, because I paid my money for this fucking ticket and I enjoyed every black ass moment of it. And you're not going to sway me on my opinion, and I'm not going to sway you on yours. I enjoyed this film. I thought it was one of the best films in this trilogy. I don't look at the prequels as anything. I think it's just a whole bunch of shit. But to me, this was the empire of this new trilogy, and I'll leave it there.
You have an honorable?
Good choice.
My honorable mention would be Thor Ragnarok.
PP.
I'm surprised you picked that over Galaxy.
Here's why I picked it over Galaxy. And mind you, I thoroughly enjoyed Galaxy.
Because Tessa Thompson? Yeah, that's why I picked it too.
No.
That's why I was like, oh, man.
I think both of you. I think you both know why I picked that.
I know.
We get it. We know.
For Thor Ragnarok, I thought it was a great. I mean, Jeff Goldblum. I mean, you can't say enough.
He was
just
so
right there. You know, Jeff Goldblum played Jeff Goldblum.
I mean, he's fucking good. Yeah, he's fucking great in every movie. But yeah.
But realistically, I thoroughly enjoyed one Miss Kate, the Duchess, Kate Blanchett.
Oh, Lord.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That is why you picked it.
Yeah, of course that's why.
I mean, yeah, that's my cosplay for next year. You think I'm joking? I bought the.
He's not joking. He brought it.
I don't think you're joking. I just want you to know who. I don't want to know who you walking with wearing that.
Yeah, well,
no, it's being altered. I'm not gonna. Anyway, I have all white contact lenses. It's gonna cover my entire eye.
Continue.
Yeah, thank you. So, I thought that Taika Waititi, whatever his name is, he did a great job.
Waititi.
That's it. Him. Akaliki Wiki him. He
wow.
Yeah. I thought he did a great job with this film.
Watch Moana, stop being problematic. Jesus Christ.
that too. But no, I really enjoyed that film as well. So there we have it. Pork bun.
My number one is Get Out. Yeah. For the year. Good film. I'll just be brief. My honorables, I'll put all the Marvel films as honorable. Even Logan, because
oh god,
you gotta give your homage to Jackman, man. He did his thing, and it's out of most of the Fox films, that was actually one where they kind of tried. They use a lot of aspects of the print, so I appreciate them trying. And this also an honorable John Wick 2 and Ingrid Goes West. Silly movie, but it's just funny about seeing like people and their obsession with social media and like depression and shit like that. And it's always a big thing on mental health. So I think that's something I highly recommend if you haven't seen it. It has Shorty from she's in Parks and Recreation.
Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah, she's she's the sister of is she Olsen's?
What?
I think
she's not. No.
No, someone else Tracy was talking to me about.
You're talking about Elizabeth Olsen, the Scarlet Witch.
Oh, oops. Yeah, wrong girl. Yeah.
You're making me sound like Brooks over here.
Yeah. I watched the most movies.
I watched more Hulu content than you.
No, and I almost said something problematic.
Who do you think you are?
I almost said something problematic to me mixing up those ladies, but yeah, I caught myself. But yeah, a lot of honorables, yeah, Get Out, as we probably all know, we talked about probably on the show throughout the year. That's my number one.
Same Z's. Get Out is my movie of the year. Best movie of the year. I feel ashamed because I didn't see it in the fucking theater. And when I watched it alone, I was very upset because there were so many parts that I wish there were people around me. So
to share with.
Yeah, to share that reaction. Like, it was because I guarantee you every theater that it played, people were reacting the same way as
I watched it in Harlem, bro.
Yeah, I my God. I wish I saw it there.
And like fucking Get Out?
Yeah.
So can I just say that
the Jordan Peele cinema.
I just watched that movie for the first time a couple weeks ago.
Oh. Yeah, I remember you tweeting and I cursed at you for that.
I literally called this motherfucker after that shit telling him to watch it.
Yeah, I watched it for my birthday this year and in Harlem. So
motherfucker. No, yeah, it was a great movie, and everybody who thinks that it's a comedy could get ass fucked from the front because.
But you're just talking about mostly. You're talking about almost everyone who's not black.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Like I said earlier in the show, I don't fuck with academies or awards or Academy Awards or award shows that give award shows awards. But
that is going back to the whole thing.
What I will fucking say is that
you crayon built bitch.
You crayon built bitch. What I will say about something like that is that for what he did, what Jordan did for that fucking movie, what he did for people who feel like the way Son felt in that movie and the way a lot of the characters felt in that movie was nothing short of genius. And it deserves to be respected a little bit more than putting it into the comedy category. I know there's no horror category, but make no mistake, if it ain't horror, it's drama.
If it ain't drama,
it's historical, motherfucker.
Yeah, because
that's real.
All facts, no fiction.
That's all facts, no premise.
With the gun. That goes back to the thing about when we talk about the guns, where like you see the problem there, and then it's kind of like either brushed aside or like you said, or they'll try to flip it. They make this a comedy. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, yeah, I know that motherfucker was on Mad TV and Key and Peele and shit, but that's not a fucking, like, you think this motherfucker made the new Uncle Buck or some shit. Like, that's not a comedy movie. He ain't Chevy Chase. This shit was real. It was a real fucking movie.
It's only the real black jokes that are actually the only what's it called? The TSA do that.
TSA Rod.
TSA Rod, and then like when he's like, no, he's like that's from Brooklyn. Like those are like the only real comedic parts of it.
If your best friend ain't TSA Rod, you ain't got no best friend.
And well, not Phoenix as much, but Chris and other friends of the program can attest to shit where like someone was drunk as shit, or the amount of every time I have something in my house, somebody sleeps at my house.
We have to we either have to take care of them or make sure they're good. I mean, not to say that this is like a chore or whatever, but this is just what friends do. Like a scumbag would just leave your ass in a pile of your own vomit on the corner of like 2nd Ave and 12th Street.
Yeah, and there's someone that was in a similar situation. He probably wouldn't be here today if we weren't there to take care of him.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention Roland throwing up on that bartender that I was about to talk to and just fucked the whole steez up.
Hey, it worked out better. Maybe that's why Morgan's in your life now, because maybe you could end up with her.
Yeah.
Hey, Morgan, see, she shouted you out, and
that was so many years ago. God damn it. Anyway,
video game, right?
No, wait.
Oh no, honorable mention
for movie of the year is The Big Sick.
You watched that?
Another movie.
You watched that with Morgan. You watched that? Did you watch that with Morgan?
Yeah, we did.
I knew it. Tracy's been trying to get me to watch that shit.
I mean, I love Kumail Nanjiani. He's a hilarious
Who the hell is that?
He's a Pakistani comedian.
Yeah.
And he's incredibly funny, and he goes off on Twitter, and he's just the best. And I had to see this movie because it's based off of his real life relationship with his wife that the woman that he's married to right now. They basically had met and started dating, and then she came down with some like rare illness that was just like nobody knew what the fuck it was, and then she was in a coma for a while, and then he had to like meet her parents and navigate that whole situation, and you know what I mean. And it wasn't like now where people are considerably more tolerant. It was back in the day, like closer to 9/11. Do you know what I'm saying? So there was there was a lot of that kind of and Ray Romano's in it. He's real funny in it, and it's a really good movie, and it speaks a lot about just being a single person and then actually just kind of fall in love with somebody by accident and not really knowing shit like that is gonna happen. Like you had no plans to do that, and then having to navigate drama around it, being that she got I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen to everybody. You don't start dating somebody and then they almost die on you, but having that be a product of what's going on in the relationship and him having to deal with meeting her parents and shit, it makes for a really good movie. Dialogue, jokes, fucking everything, and it's a really good movie. And I hope I don't think it's nominated for any Oscars, but again, fuck the Academy.
Fuck those award shows. Fuck your award show.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch them.
What do you fuck?
I watch Twitter, and when shit goes down, I just be like, "Wow, really? What the fuck?" But whatever.
Right. You want to just keep going and go into your game?
Yeah, I'll go
right into games. Game of the years, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Seeing as how my 2017 wasn't filled with a lot of new games, I've basically been playing GTA.
I was about to say, I think you shouldn't say GTA and just call it a day.
Basically been playing GTA 5 online with Bodman for the better part of this year, and some Overwatch and random things here and there, old school games, some Telltale shit. My game of the year has to go to Cuphead.
I did not see that coming.
Oh, sorry.
I did not see that coming. I'm being truthful.
Well, instead of going into a whole thing about why I chose it, I'll let Drew do it, seeing as how he obviously chose that too. But my honorable mention will have to go to the Broken Asshole game by the South Park gentlemen. South Park Fractured Butthole is a play on words and a pun, and I hate those, but it's a great game. And it takes off after the Stick of Truth, where everybody's doing their Dungeons and Dragons and Wizards and Lord of the Rings nonsense, and goes into what is America's newfound obsession with superhero movies. Not so much the comics, you motherfuckers don't get out and read.
Shots.
Fired.
And it goes into all that kind of stuff with the Freedom Pals and Cartman's gang, Coon and Friends, and all that kind of shit. And you get superpowers. You get to it plays like a role playing game. It plays like a turn based role playing game, mind you, like old school RPGs, like how Final Fantasy used to be, not whatever the fuck this leather emo boy band Neo Tokyo K-pop shit is in Final Fantasy 15. I can't stand that garbage.
I actually own that game too.
Yeah. That the game is just fucking rad, and it's definitely something that I didn't see myself enjoying again because I played the Stick of Truth, but I didn't think that they could do another one where I'd be like, okay, I'll play again and enjoy it. But at a Black Friday sale for $40, can't beat that, can you? So, I got it and played it, and I'm still playing it. I'm having a lot of fun. And yeah, that's pretty much why it's my honorable mention, because I haven't beaten it yet. I haven't beat Cuphead either, but fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't finished Cuphead myself, but I'm toward the end, but I kind of...
It's a lovely game.
Yeah. The thing is, actually, the craziest thing is Chris was the big influence of why I played the way I do now, because I was just playing it thoroughly when it first dropped, and it's just like being that you get so frustrated. And the problem with that game is that you'll be like, even if like you'll come online and you'll be like, I'm gonna just quick half an hour talk shit and play something real quick, you will be stuck on a level and just get caught where 1 hour will turn into 2. So then that's why now I just play it in random spurts. So, but I'm at the end of the game, so I have to just finish King Dice, and I think after that the Devil. So I'm basically there, but it has replay value if like you achievement hoard, things like that. Really, like I said, my game of the year, it's as unfortunate how long it took to come out, but it's fortunate because it came out right. The price, you can't beat the price or whatever on it.
$20.
So, yeah, and it's like
$17 right now for the next couple of days.
Yeah, so it's like it's worth it because, like I said, it's not something you're just gonna run through. You pay $60, like you could get bored of Destiny quick. Like after you get the guns and you ran the raid with your boys a couple of times, it's like it's the same shit every week. But at least with this, where when you sit on it and you come and sit down and play it, is that unless you watch some of these, I watch streams and some of these guys are just freaking naturals at this shit. But it's more than likely most of you aren't. Not everyone, because of all the old aspects, the Mega Man, Mario, all of this, the platforming aspect of the game. The visuals is dope. The music is dope. I played it around people who were on an edible, and it's like they don't like it because they feel like it reminds them of like old damn, what's the word I'm looking for? Like those old film, like blackface type of films. And you had idiots.
Yeah, Morgan said when we saw the trailer for it, she said, "Oh, this game looks racist."
Yeah, and someone actually wrote an article about it being racist. But really, for all the money, any $60 you spent this year, you was better spending the $20 on this game. My honorable mentions list is extensive. I'm not going to go into them though. But Horizon, Resident Evil 7. I'm not going to throw Pub on there, even though I am enjoying it. But it's just being that it's in beta and shit like that, and all the issues of it. But the thing is, the only reason I'll still just mention the game is because I necessarily wasn't really big into the genre. I played a little Fortnite, like it was cool. I wasn't into it, but playing Pub really got me into that whole battle royale type of game. So I'll just mention it briefly there. That's about it. I think there was one more. Oh, Lost Legacy. Uncharted Lost Legacy. Tristan probably like when Tristan be back here, he'll probably talk about it because I think he's done with Persona, and now he's playing Uncharted 4.
Yeah, he's done fighting those fucking weeb dicks, snakes, whatever the fuck he was. I don't know.
Yeah, but he's playing Uncharted now, so I'll definitely get him to play Lost Legacy next. And it was dope to see that also because I mentioned when I talked about it when it first came out, of the having strong female leads in the game. So that's also good to see with the gaming industry being progressive and moving forward.
Yeah, speaking about that, they're talking about the next GTA potentially having a female protagonist.
Which is I feel to be dope. I would love to see a problem.
That would be amazing. Make no mistake about it. She's going to be a terrorist as well because there's no such thing as a hero in GTA.
Yeah, she's going to be so problematic.
Please, nobody make any kind of mistake in thinking that when you play GTA, the character that you play is a good guy. We've been terrorists since the beginning.
Yeah. So that's a good thing, and I'm just curious about the city, or if they really try to cough up.
No man walking the streets of some fictional town or fictional city from a real city that exists with a damn RPG or a minigun is a hero. Don't get it twisted. GTA is a game for terrorists. That's why I love it.
Being that you're so annoying with it, Phoenix, do your honorable first if you want or don't mind.
If you would be so inclined.
You said do my honorable first?
Yeah, because you're going to be annoying anyway. And I mean,
I'm going to be annoyed.
Anyway.
Well, okay, no, I'll take. No, I'll say it after. Do your choices, and I'll say what either one. You'll probably say this game is one of your choices. Go ahead.
Wait a minute. Repeat that one more time.
Don't worry about it.
I was gonna guess. I was gonna guess, even we're not supposed to guess, but I will say after the fact that the game I'm thinking is gonna be one of your choices.
Okay, my honorable mention. Ooh, let me think here.
He's gonna guess the lottery numbers right after you tell him the lottery numbers.
I know, right? My honorable mention would be, and this is probably going to shock Drew. Actually, no, it's not. My honorable mention, I was going to say Horizon, but no, that's not in my top 5. I would say my honorable mention would be Wolfenstein 2.
That's the game I was going to guess anyway. So please.
You just started playing it.
He's been. You know it's real though. The way he's been talking. He starts playing a bunch of games, and we know he's not going to finish it, and he may not even. He'll talk about it for a day or two, but
this one over here with the Puberty Underground G. This one over here with the fucking
no. He literally talked about this game.
Nazi Germany Gundam.
He talked
like
about
you guys. These games just came out like now.
No, Wolfenstein's been out for some time, I think.
Well, yeah, I know Wolfenstein's been out.
He got it on.
Phoenix just started playing it now.
No, but
I didn't.
No, he's played it religiously since. But I think when you got it Black Friday.
Yeah.
If he's still talking about it and playing it, it's real.
All right.
The way he fucking games.
Yeah, I only got that broken asshole game in November anyway, too. So
so that's fine. I just got pubbed 2 weeks ago, and like I said, I'm still on the
shit.
I wasn't a PC, but I thoroughly enjoy it. Like this. Oh my god,
this motherfucker really said it's real because that's all I do is talk about it.
No, I know it's real because he talked about us numerous times about the game. I was like, oh nah, this motherfucker really.
Are there Nazi Germany Gundams in that game?
From what I see, there is a mechanical suit that
with a swastika on it.
Yes,
gonna buy the game.
Okay, it's $35 right now. So.
It's $30. Can we curse out Microsoft for having a better Christmas sale than the freaking Black Friday sale?
Yeah, I know. What the fuck? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
like Black Friday is the day you're supposed to get all the crazy deals, and they were just like, Injustice $20. Have fun.
Yeah, that was like
they didn't even care.
Like the Batman for $10, Dead Rising for $20 with DLC, everything. Like just briefly, but Phoenix, tell us more about Wolfenstein, please.
Yes.
Well, each leaves off. No, it leaves off.
9.
Yeah, healthy pure. Yeah.
Problematic as fuck.
Problematic to who? Fuck Germany.
It's even more problematic.
Fuck Nazi Germany, dude.
Well, yes.
What the fuck wrong with you?
Oh, well, come get the fuck out of here. I ain't the freaking that.
Well, I mean, that's what we're making fun of. We're not making fun of like just regular Germans who don't give a fuck about that shit.
I'm not Sheriff Clark. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're making fun of the Reich. Fuck them dirty dick dogs.
The fucking tiki pushers.
Yeah, them tiki torches and goddamn polos. Fuck them.
So basically, the game picks up where the first one left off. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't played this 4-year-old game at this point. So basically, the game leaves off where the main protagonist is basically he's like Charles Xavier because he took a bomb or a grenade or they shot a missile into this tower where you fight the end boss of the first game, and they come and rescue him. And it's the imagery in it is interesting. And then I think, okay, so please forgive me. And Drew, this is not towards you because I know you're gonna probably.
What is happening? I can't wait.
There is a fat German woman in this game.
Helga.
That might be her name, actually. And her mother, like, is the equivalent of Hitler to a degree, where she makes fun of her, like, you know, you are disgraceful. And she's talking to her in German. She's like, you're disgraceful, you're fat, and and I'm looking, and like, they make comedy out of it. And the game is a game that doesn't take itself too serious, but it's a really, really enjoyable experience. And I thoroughly am enjoying this game.
So is that relationship is sort of like Monique, the way she spoke to Precious in the movie.
My God, yes.
Push based off the novel by Sapphire.
Oh my God. Quick sidebar about the game. Is it enhanced?
It is Xbox One X enhanced.
Okay.
It's not HDR, and I don't believe it's 4K either. But
it ain't hitter or 4K. What the fuck? Fuck this fucking game, man.
Yeah, well, I was gonna add it to the backlog anyway, but I was just wondering if I have to put it with my Shadow of War.
So what is my game of the year? What's going on?
Go ahead. I have no.
What's your goatee?
What's your goatee? I don't really have an idea.
Is it Overwatch? Is it fucking Overwatch?
Definitely not.
Chris, you should already know what I'm about to say.
Oh God!
I was gonna say Guardians Telltale.
Yeah.
No.
Not the Batman Telltale.
I have a two tie.
A two tie.
How
many necks do you have?
Yeah, 3. Like Drew. Woo.
Oh, you meant
chins, but you know. It would be Telltale. It would be Telltale. The Enemy Within. So it's Batman. And
Jess, CC.
And when I look at my picks for Game of the Year, I look at the ones that I'm literally enjoying the most. And I think for me, the game that I have thoroughly enjoyed of all of 2017 has been Dead by Daylight.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Dead by Daylight for me is, I mean, granted, it's been on PC in all of 2016, but it just came to console this year. Chris, shut your mouth.
Yo, these motherfuckers hate on any games we just thoroughly enjoy.
Basically, it's like, it doesn't have 4K graphics. It doesn't have 1080p.
Anytime
listen,
we bring up...
Listen, it's not about the game not being good, because I don't play them at all.
It doesn't look good.
Number one, it doesn't look good. Number two, you guys have expensive machinery and are playing why would you pick that Denver by the Last Dinosaur game to be?
Because he said the fun factor, the visuals and all that is one thing. It's like, I mean, that's a big factor in terms of video games. But fun factors, you can have beautiful games. Destiny's a beautiful game.
I know about the fun factor. Look, we could play Metal Slug right now, and I have the time of my fucking
or Cuphead in your pick.
Yeah, it's fun. It's just, I don't know, sometimes, because I feel like, when you see somebody, dating somebody ugly, and you're like, come on, man, you can do better than that.
Yeah. Oh, she must cook well.
Yeah, it's like, oh, she's got to be funny, or he's got to have a big penis or a really good personality.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he must eat your ass well. Like, come on, what is it?
I don't. But I mean, I'm all for gamers enjoying the games that they enjoy, regardless of what anybody says. So I'm glad that you guys have good picks based off of. Because it's funny to make fun of the games that you guys play sometimes.
Yeah, honestly, I don't pay Chris any attention when he does it, because I know he's trolling. I damn sure don't pay attention to Bodma when he says it.
No, I mean, I don't either. I engaged a few times, but it's just like...
Well, because Bodma does that for y'all to get into it with him. I just like to make jokes and come up with funny names to call the things you guys play.
Because they be funny. It's just like when we do the heist. It's just a group session. And I'm saying, even the situation we talked about early in the show about when supposedly he actually did leave me to die. It was a story.
I'm glad you said supposedly.
Yeah,
thank you.
Well, no, I only did that for you.
Judge Judy's gonna remember that.
A piece of shit. Not as a piece of shit like you. Hey, just another quick pub story. I think was you in this session too, Phoenix? There was some. We took out one guy on the team, so the other guy was trying to hide. So he's in the bathroom. Open the door. I was like, yo, I have a grenade. So I had Rolla. We did some real SWAT shit. So Rolla opens the door. I threw the grenade and Rolla closed the door at the guy in the bathroom. And then he just fucking died.
That really sounds like some shit the Punisher would do.
Yo, like I'm okay. You telling me on some random shit that we done in GTA? Like that's not some random.
Oh no,
session.
yeah. I trust me. I know you guys are having fun. I just want to make fun of you. Let me have my.
I know. I'm not trying to justify it either. It's just that I just like talk. I mean, I guess like it's just.
I mean, mostly I don't even make fun of you guys playing that shit. I more make fun of Della playing all of this shit because he's the one who gets majorly frustrated at it.
Yeah,
but I just think
him
that
becoming a PC gamer.
No, yeah, I just think that boils down to Della just not being good at games. I mean,
well, that too.
Like, I think we need to have an intervention and like a really good intervention and help him like increase his profile because I don't think he's good at games.
Can I say this? Because Drew, I'm so excited.
What's that?
I'm excited because I picked up Uncharted again today. And
do you still need my help though?
No, not on that. No, I finally I need your help on The Last of Us. I'm at the end boss. I'm in the tomb now with the one white guy and the other white guy's brother. And
yeah.
Wait,
that's all you talking about? Of Lost Light? No, you talking about 4?
Yeah, when you walk in the tombs with the thing and the mummies explode.
No, it's been a while because I ran through that game when it first came out, and Lost Legacy is more. I was popping in my head. You got to go to Lost Legacy next. Like that's real good.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Did we all 3 of us do our game of the year?
Yeah, did you? Yeah. Oh no, you did your honorable. Yeah, we did all 3.
Yeah. I would like to thank.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
I'm just gonna go into the thanks, and then that's where I'm gonna end the show.
Thanks.
I would like to thank.
I love you.
The 2 of you for just keeping me on my toes for doing this show. I thank the listeners. Another year, another Della Dollar.
Which he actually has now.
Yeah,
because he's a huge Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
And I mean, no, and I shout him out to that. Shout out to him for that, for like trusting us for wanting our input. You know.
Yeah. I'd also like to thank Brian Austin for the
green.
Lord Jesus, Brian that got us the interview for the Titanfall. That we're
we met him at Comic-Con.
Anyway,
Brian.
Shout out to Brian because he gave me a dream come true at New York Comic Con, meeting the guys over at Marvel, and that was literally a dream come true for me. To the crew that we hang out with and we chat with, and the San Diego Comic Cons, we're coming out there for you all, and we're gonna have fun. We're gonna
come on out.
We're coming on out.
We're gonna get some In-N-Out burgers.
Round one.
My God, I can't wait.
Yeah, we're gonna get In-N-Out burgers.
I'm going to Wiener Schnitzel.
And I'm going to every bar imaginable. All right.
Oh God,
that's right. And
we're not even there yet, and we've already lost Phoenix. So,
well, you didn't lose me in New York.
Get prepared for those stories.
No, you did better
because it's our city. We can't lose you where we live.
Well, that's a good point.
And
that would be really piss poor of us.
No, he got lost last year on the train. He didn't get lost this year on the train.
Yo, this year I didn't get. Last year I got way lost on that train.
Yeah, and he got hit. And he got hit on by a weird guy.
Oh, we won't even talk about that because Drew left me out to hang on that one, Chris.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! It was.
Yeah, I know. We've talked about this story multiple times.
You know what else we're going to talk about at the end of this show?
Yes, ladies, stop repeating yourself, guys. I want you to go out and get kidnapped and have some new shit happen.
Thank you all for making 2017 another great year for the podcast. We are going to do some great things again next year. To Tristan, that's about it. Hello, we love you. Coming out.
Come on out.
Our head of marketing.
Yeah, head of
sales and
he's PR. Ain't I marketing?
Bro.
No, you freaking
these job titles.
Yeah, these job titles. You being the head of HR, you need to be fucking fired. I mean,
oh yeah, I am the head of HR. I don't know my job. You're right. Oh shit,
dumbass.
Thanks.
I'm the head of gathering spank bang links.
Yeah, that's it.
I love multiple tabs. Listen, technology is wonderful. Okay, you can have multiple tabs open of pornography and just like peruse through it as you could. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go robots.
Okay, Christmas trees are everywhere. So with that,
oh yeah, we didn't even happy holidays, everybody, because we're doing this during, we're doing this in that weird bit between Christmas and New Year where nobody really knows if they have to go to work or not.
Are they making their resolutions that they're going to break in a week?
Yeah, leaving all the bullshit in 2017 and entering more bullshit in 2018.
Yeah, so
don't wait for the New Year's to change for you to change and all that horse shit. Mercury will always be in Gatorade. Don't worry about none of that horse shit. Just try and live your best life and don't hurt nobody. Unless they deserve to be hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to make comments there too, man, and I just keep catching myself.
I was going to say something about Darnisha.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's who I was thinking about also.
Punch a Nazi, rip his wig off, whatever you got to do to make this place really great again.
Yep. So with that being said, for Drew, myself, and Chris, we will see you all next year. Chris, take us out.
Bye.
That was annoying.